That's a real big deal when we understand this, because we are not sinners anymore. We are now reconciled with God. The Holy Spirit is in us. The Spirit of God, with the gifts of the Holy Spirit, with the manifestations of the Holy Spirit, the voice of God through the Holy Spirit is all in us. Why? Because the gift of the righteousness of God. So look at Romans 5:18. Okay, so I encourage you, when you read the Bible, read your covenant. We're in the new covenant. We are now under the new covenant. We're not under the old covenant. We don't have to bring sheep and goats to sacrifice anymore. The sacrifice is over. Jesus is not going to go to the cross again anymore. It's done. Jesus said it is finished. But now we can have a relationship with God, with the righteousness of God, the gift that God has given to us, not forgiveness of sins. It's the righteousness of God. It's a new nature. Okay, so Romans 5:18. Okay, so it says, so then, as through one transgression there resulted condemnation to all men. So we already saw that in Genesis, right? Adam and Eve, that for one transgression, condemnation to all men, and to us also, right? To every human being, there's a condemnation that has come. Even so, through one act of righteousness, there resulted justification of life to all men. So this is Jesus. So where Adam failed, Jesus did the act of righteousness, and now we're justified. Justified means that God is now, we have appeased God. Basically, God is pleased. Now he is not angry with us. He is now for us, right? So that's justification. And then look at, let's look at verse 19 real quick. For us, through the one man's disobedience, the many were made sinners. Even so, through the obedience of the one, that's Jesus, the many will be made righteous. So it's not future. This is not like a gift to heaven. It's actually righteousness is the gift. And the law came in that the transgression might increase. But where sin increased, grace abounded all the more. And that's the good news for us. Where sin abounded, grace abounded more. That as sin reigned in death, again, death is curse. It's a spiritual death. Remember, God said, if you eat this, you will die. Adam and Eve, when they ate that fruit of the tree, they didn't die. What we would consider death, they didn't die. We always thinking about physical death, but that's not the problem. We have spiritual death.